What's up guys, Alex from McVick Games here, and today I'm going to be playing a couple of games with a blue-yellow deck that is post-Floodborn. So on Dreamborn, you're actually able to build the deck with more cards, but Pixelborn is restricted to not every single card that's been released yet, which kind of sucks. So the deck building isn't as precise as it can be. Obviously the whole set isn't out yet. We're still playing with an incomplete set, so we're just trying to get an idea of what might be okay, and I'm testing out Cogsworth because I think that card's crazy, and then the new Rapunzel is also kind of cool. So I built the Pixelborn deck on Dreamborn just to give a nice layout for you guys, so as you guys can see. So I play 4 Stitch New Dog. It's a 1-drop. I like a curve because the idea of the deck is to go from 1-drop to a 2-drop to a 3-drop, and then hopefully with Aerial you're able to hit 0 to hero, and with 3, you're able to see Aerial on turn 4, reducing your 7 costs by 3, which then allows you to play a 7 cost on turn 4, which if you do that in conjunction with a Hades, a Surfer Stitch, or Grand Pobby, card's insane. Every time you heal a guy, you just gain 2 lore. So if you combine that with Jasmine, or Rapunzel's, or Gumbo Pot, I think. Yeah, Gumbo Pot. You're just gaining so much lore so quickly, and the fact that you can pump them out on turn 4, insane. So that's the ideal spread. A Cogsworth so that you can shift over. Resist 1 is really, really good. I'm playing her in the time being because Pixelborn doesn't have the baby Rapunzel. I like the baby Rapunzel over her, but getting evasive during your turn is also really solid. For Ariel, card's insane. We have good songs now, so she's going to hit bombs every time. 2 Mickey, I need another good 3-drop, so he's like a pseudo +1. I still have Hades. Uninkable, which kind of sucks, but I do like the recursion, being able to add back important cards you need. The 4 Rapunzels of each. The cards just draw you cards and they're shiftable, so I think having that good draw power solid. Cogsworth, insane card on its own. I love this card. It does so much, and it's such a well-rounded card. There's nothing too broken about it, but it's just solid. Jasmine for the healing ability. I don't have the baby Jasmine that you can shift onto, but I do like the ability that when you play her and when you quest, you can just heal and then gain lore or draw cards with the Rapunzels. Surfer Stitch and Hades are good 7-drops. Draw 2, spot removal, and then Grand Poppy is the real whole point of this deck. You got songs. You got 4, 8, 12, 15 of them, and they're all good. This card, I don't think in Pixelborn can be inked, which kind of sucks. I think that's just because it's a glitch. But this is a lot better than the songs that normal Yellow Blue would be playing, to be playing Akuna Matata if they want to add it. And then a 2 Gumbo Pot because it can heal guys every turn. So if you pair that with the Grand Poppy, I'm gonna call him Poppy, and the Rapunzel, you're getting a lot of advantage. So that's the rough overview of the deck. As you can see, it has an okay. The curve's not super great because it curves right up to 4, or right up to 3, and then it goes to 5 and 6. Or it goes to 5 and 7 because the 0 to hero. But rough draft, and we're just trying to figure out roughly what kind of might be okay next format and just getting a gist of what could be good. I believe they took down ladder for Pixelborn, so you have to play in lab now. Which I'll be going and I'll be playing this deck. I think lab is a little funky right now. Some of the cards don't load super great, so the gameplay might be kind of weird for you guys on your end. Or my end, both our ends, but I'll put this to full screen for you guys. So it looks like I'm going first. Got a nice Cogsworth. Rapunzel's pretty good. Get rid of these. Hoping for some nice low drops. Nice, we got a 1 and a 2-drop. Okay, yeah, and it doesn't let you ink this card. I would just ink this card right away. So, that definitely sucks. We're going to ink this Rapunzel. We're going to start off with a Baby Stitch, and we're going to pass. There's a lot of cool different decks that are coming out next format. Not a lot of, super broken cards compared to, Tinkerbell or, Maleficent Dragon. But just okay cards. Cogsworth's good on his own. It's a good counter to Tinkerbell's. So we'll have to see how that pans out. But right now I like my curve. Hopefully I can draw a inkable, because freaking those cards are not inkable, otherwise I would just be able to ink it. So they're playing red. That's interesting. Red, yellow, ooh. Ketchup, mustard. Yeah, as you can see, it just kind of like fills in the hand weird. So we're just gonna do another one of that. Play Cogsworth, and request the Stitch. Trying to be a little aggressive, because if we can get high and more really quickly, then we can put a lot of pressure, because they're going to have a hard time beating us with Cogsworth, which will be nice. And if they decide to like do anything about like dealing with my board, Cogsworth's going to protect my guys. Oh. What? That's kind of wild. I wonder if Lab lets you play more than like 2 colors, which just means this, yeah, they're just playing literally every color. That's kind of wild. So this game just doesn't even matter, but I'm still going to post it because I guess it shows the power of these cards, which would be kind of interesting. We'll get a free ink. Might as well. Oh, we probably should have tacked with Cogsworth, honestly, because it would have ended up living, and now they can Grandma Tala attack into the Stitch, which kind of sucks. But next turn, hopefully we could draw an inkable, and then we get hard play Cogsworth, which will be nice. But they have a lot of cards, honestly. Having like 6 cards in hand, 7, they're +1 on us. We do have board presence that we can start questing with. Killing the Lilo was nice. Dealing with the Grandma Tala would be nice, so it'd still be a +1. They're gonna have to ink. I also don't think there's a timer, honestly, either. So games could just be absolutely stupid long because the opponent could just take forever and just be a complete bot. So feel free to like put the video in times too. Yeah, they're literally playing every color. So like this is literally just the best deck physically possible. Probably not though. Like it's built probably by a bot, so he doesn't. Yeah, he just quests with Grandma. Like that's so stupid. All right, there we go. That's really solid. I mean, now we can hard play him, which is cool. And then we can attack into Grandma. Not take any damage, which is nice. So we just get a full +1. And then we can just quest the rest. And the only guy that he can kill with that Mickey he placed down is the Stitch, which is fine. The Stitch already like dealt with 2 cards, so we're okay. And if he ends up playing any threats, we have like this card, which honestly for right now you shouldn't be playing on Pixelborn because it's unusable, which kind of sucks. But math purposes with songs, like you could play Kuna Matata because if you're gonna plan on inking it, that's wild. He attacks into him, not realizing Cogsworth is just absolutely stupid. Card just does so much. And the fact that it's a shift, it's so freaking good. Ward, quest for 2. The only thing that would make it the most perfect card in the game, if it attacked for 3. Attack for 3 would be kind of wild. But I feel like it might be too overpowered if it attacked for 3, especially being a 3-drop. Ooh! Pongo. And yeah, that's Laurie's turn. Ooh, this guy. I can't play him, which sucks. So, play probably would be attack. He perishes. And then I take 1 less. So he'll perish. And he'll still be alive. And we'll quest. Play the Hades. Add back Mickey for next turn. We can quest with our Cogsworth and then pass. So next turn we can play the Mickey. It will then ink, so it'll put me at 6, and then hopefully I draw an inkable, so it'll put me at 7. So then the next turn I can start playing that guy. I don't have any heal outlaws, which is unfortunate, but just the questing ability for 3 would be pretty good. Yeah, he's just playing like really bad cards in his deck. And like the Pongo, cool, it quest for 2, but like you have to be prepared to board essentially now. They just have so much advantage. That's what I honestly should play around, because since he's playing literally every color, I have to play around everything. Which, that's stupid. Imagine if you were able to play, like, every... Oh my god! That's what I'm talking about. Like, that's just so dumb. That just doesn't work. Just quest everything. Putting us decently far ahead. Because, like, right now, we'd be able to ink bolt these. And not have to deal with, or, like, ink the Rapunzels that were early in the game. And stuff like that, so... I think it's definitely good in real life. Like, this card's really good for yellow. Just because it's able to deal with big guys. But doesn't deal with the big butts, which kind of sucks. So we have one turn until a potential be prepared. If they decided to continue to attack, that's fine because that prevents them from questing. My dudes take one less. Means the max damage they're doing is 1, so Pongo could just deal with Stitch, and that's literally... or Cogsworth, baby 1. But that's about it. 6 shops here. I don't think there's too many good ones. Yeah, like, the guy's just a literal bot, so this game should just be easy. And even if he does have Be Prepared, it just doesn't freaking matter. He should have taken, like, the 2 damage or whatever. Probably attack the Hades to take 3, and then he could just draw 3. Well, he just fires the cannon and I take 1. This doesn't even deal with him. Once again, Cogsworth. Resist is just so good. Honestly. And he's just questing. Which will put him at 10. And he'll have 7, so we'll put him at 17, which is kind of spooky. Because he can quest himself to 17 and then play Be Prepared. But it's last card in hand, so last card in hand would have to be Prepared. And then he would have to top deck an Inkable. I think we just play conservatively. Hold the resources. We'll hold that aerial. I'll just quest everything. Because he's going to have to do a lot here. And with the board he has currently, he can't deal with any of my guys. So he would have to just completely sack me. But that's fine. That's cool that, like, we're able to beat a multicolor deck. Which I really hope in the next game I don't get another one. Because I'm trying to show you guys, like, the power of this deck and the power of, like, the cards in general. But I guess this is a good example of just how good Cogsworth is. Yeah, we just win. That's game. We're just waiting for him to, like, finish his turn and then we'll quest down. And grab Lilo, play Lilo, do nothing. So. But definitely, like, if you guys are interested in Pixelborn, definitely go out and support that guy. I think he has a Patreon or something. Because he does a lot. Like, even though it looks kind of poopy right now, that one dude does a lot of work. He's brought all this, so... And all this has helped a lot of people test and become better at this game. And one of the reasons why we have a good community in this game. Yeah, like, you can attack with the Rapunzel. Like, you can beat the Stitch. You can beat the Cogsworth. You can beat the Hades. But Cogsworth on his own just wins. And you're not going to do a bazillion damage to Cogsworth. Like, you do 1 damage. I guess people are getting used to the resistibility. Because of just how good that is. And not understanding that, like, all your dudes that have 1 attack just do absolutely nothing. Yeah, we'll just quest. Get this game done and over with. Go on to our next one. Okay, so let's hopefully get a better game. Hopefully we don't play against the same guy. That would suck. And hopefully we can play against a... Oh, jeez. Yeah, we're just putting those cards back because they're not good. So we have a 2-drop. A nice 3-drop. Probably don't need him. She might be cool. Yeah, so we'll probably keep that. Okay, so no 1-drop, so we're not playing anything this turn. But we have an okay setup. We have a... Okay, purple. And just passes. Okay, so this might be red-purple that he's on, which I kind of want to keep this, just in case if pawn goes. I'll link the Surfer Stitch, don't really need him. put the Cogsworth down to just threaten things. His stats are really good for a 2-drop. And the fact that he gives other guys, like Cogsworth, they did a lot of good stuff for him. Draw Hades, that's interesting. So he can attack with 2. He would take 2. I guess. Ariel's pretty decent here. But then again, she's also really, really good. Well, we can ink that. We can play the Mickey. And pass, which is nice because next turn, either if he decides to attack with Facilier or if he attacks with a Rafiki or something. Rafiki would actually kind of suck. But if he just attacks with Facilier, I would have damage on him, which Rapunzel can come down and draw 2, which is nice. But the Rapunzel Jasmine might be really nice late game. Just getting a bunch of cards. So hopefully I get an Inkable because I kind of want to keep all these guys in my hand. I don't really want to lose any of them but to progress my game state. I completely blanked out last turn when he inked. I don't know what color he inked. Green! Okay, so he's playing a purple green. Hopefully he doesn't just, oh, I'm going to play every color. Look at me. What does this guy do? So it's item, you can pay 1 less for your next, oh, so it's lantern, but for item cards. That's interesting. Oh, there is a timer. Yay. So he just does 2 damage. That's fine. Draw Rapunzel for turn. That's good. Because let's actually play her first and see if we get a better uninkable. Or a better inkable. Yeah, and there we go. Then we can sing this to see if we can get something good. Oh, there we go. He's going crazy next turn. We're just dealing with him. We'll just pass. So it puts him on. He got 6 cards, 7 cards if you include the weird Green Lantern card. We got 3. We got 8. So we're a nice plus right now. That card doesn't really do too much. It's like an ink. It's like worse. Ink some other Gothel. Interesting. Plays Jafar. He's kind of big. Draw Hades for turn. Okay. So now the question is, what route do we go? We can probably just play her. And then just quest everything. I don't need ink. Like maybe Hades would be cool to ink, but next turn we're able to. She moves to 2 from each ear, so if he moves cards from his hand, then that would be kind of cool to be able to summons Jasmine and heal a bunch of my dudes, especially whack a Rapunzel, whack Rapunzel, and then I heal 2, and then I actually get to see how this works in Pixelborn. Remove 1 damage or more when your characters, you may draw a card. So he just decides to deal with Rapunzel. That might change my play a little. Because Cogsworth might be decent. But he just keeps that. Interesting. Because attack now, we can take 5 damage. We can play this Rapunzel. Heal, draw 3. And then her ability, because I healed, I draw 1. So we do 4. That's... Oh, and then my dude can be reduced by 4. Which means... Probably... then do the stitch. We could sing this. He goes to 0. He goes to 1. He's at 3. Get another card. Oh, that would actually be. Oh, that's a little sequencing error on my end, but that's okay. Quest him. That would have been cool. I actually been able to use that card. Be able to deal with him. That would have been crazy if I quested the Cogsworth instead. Or if I sang with Cogsworth instead of the Mickey. I would have been able to sing that and deal with the Jafar. Good to think about. Oh, interesting. He has Rush. So he can whack for 3. He can whack for 4. So realistically, oh, yeah, he already misplayed. He should just use the Floatsin and then the Jafar into the Rapunzel because the Jasmine can just heal. Surfer Stitch is a decent draw. It's like draw 2. Just give it the Cogsworth. Oh, wait. And then we can... we do 3 to just take less. Okay, so it only gave me 1 draw, which is fine, but I still gained 2. That's interesting. So putting on decent pressure here, especially because we can just keep summoning Hades. Yeah, he can deal with that, so that's fine. Jafar's finally dealt with, which is nice. Summons another Jafar, that's kind of wild. See what the Floatsin can... Floatsin really can't do anything. I don't have any heals, unfortunately. Yeah, so I have no way to just gain more with him. Oh, there we go. That's kind of crazy. Because we can just do this. Heal this Rapunzel. Draw a card. Draw another card. Gain 2. And then I can just quest for game. That's so stupid. Okay. Well, that was a couple of games. I know the first one was kind of like not super great, but the second one definitely shows the power of like the Rapunzels and that Grand Poppy guy. First game showed the power of Cogsworth. So like these new cards, pretty good for yellow blue. So I appreciate you guys watching, and if you guys made it to this part of the video, thank you so much, and I'd appreciate if you guys could subscribe. I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers. So I hope you guys have a great day, and peace.